Welcome to RemotelyOdd.com, Adventures with Dr. Bria. Hi, I'm Dr. Bria, and this is my second day in Paris, and I'm really excited to be here because it is just an adventure that I've been thinking about for many, many years. In high school, I studied Spanish and French and German, and I had this dream that I would travel the world and teach. And well, that dream never came past. Instead, I taught around the country, raised my children and my husband's, and just never got a chance to travel. So I'm really excited that I finally got here. So today I spent the day cycling Paris. They had a nice little tour from Airbnb, and I had great tour guides, and we went to all the local places, sort of the off the beaten path for Paris, and we selected wine and cheese and bread and meats, all by these family owned historic bakeries and butchers and so on. So it wasn't your normal grocery store kind of experience. And we traveled through some treacherous roads, some that we shared with cars, some we shared with pedestrians, others we had to walk our bikes through because they didn't want to damage the flooring. And it was just scary. Okay, so I haven't ridden a bike in a long time, and I had a heavy backpack in the front, and that sort of upset or tilted the weight balance on my bicycle, and it became very difficult to hold on to the steering wheel and to guide it and to stop and everything else. I really had to adjust for that extra weight. And I also had to adjust to the fact that I haven't been physically active in a long time. And I was tired by the time we were on those bikes for 15 minutes. And we had a 3 hour bike ride ahead of us. And I was thinking, I'm not going to make it. I actually thought that I would have to bail, that I'd have to say, okay, I can't make it with you guys. See ya, don't want to be ya. But I kept giving myself grace, and we had to check our bicycles in. We had daily use rentals, and we had to check our bicycles in so we wouldn't be charged additional fees. And so those opportunities gave me a chance to catch my breath, to recenter, refocus, and just get prepared for the next adventure. So we had enough stops and enough recycling of our bikes that allowed me to stay on the track. And we got to the side of the river and just had a wonderful picnic with all those great ingredients that we picked up along the way. Swapped some stories, got to know some new friends, drank a little wine, and it was just a beautiful day. And we made fun of the tourists who were on those little barges and those boats that kept going by the river, who were paying who knows how much for the same old experience that everybody gets. So I was really excited about going on the bicycle ride. It was a real adventurous thing for me personally. I did have issues with the internet. I could not get on. I could not get a signal for MapQuest or Google Maps to be able to find directions to where I was going most times throughout the day. And that was really frustrating and dangerous. It's amazing how much we rely on our cell phones, and when we can't get to our normal apps or our normal pages, it really upsets the apple cart. And so I had some real scary moments there. I did eventually get on a taxi cab to take me to my destination, and he dropped me off in the wrong neighborhood. It was not my home. And I was like, oh my gosh, how do I find my way back? And so I took a moment, stopped at a bistro cafe, had Coca-Cola, which by the way was $3.50 for one Coca-Cola. And they did not accept credit cards unless you had a $10 bill. And so I had to charge $10 because they didn't serve food, they only served alcohol. And so I gave the gentleman a tip. That's what you do when you get around the rules, because I didn't have any euros with me. So I used that time to refocus and get resettled, but I didn't want to get home before it got dark, so I didn't spend too much time just enjoying the sitting on the sidewalk table at the cafe. And I walked back up to the main street and took a turn and was in the wrong direction. That's right, I went probably about a half a mile in the wrong direction. And then before I realized I need to go in the opposite direction, so I crossed the street so I wouldn't pass the same people. I didn't want them to know that I was lost and didn't know where I was going. So I passed the other side of the street and I kept going down until I finally recognized the corner where I should turn to go to my street. But one of the aha moments was all of the people were standing around the curb. Just hundreds of people. Every few steps were groups of 5 or 10 or 20, and many were locals just hanging out for the day. And I thought, wow, that's really kind of odd. They had lots of things to say. I just simply put on my LA hat and kept on walking. I didn't stop and socialize and didn't try to figure out what was what. Because I didn't know if they were nefarious or they were good or kind-hearted. So I just thought it'd be better, since I was traveling alone, just to have my wits about me. So I just kept pushing forward until I finally found my home. I got inside, my legs sore from the 3-hour ride, my mind exhausted from the fear that I would not find my way back to the tiny house that I had rented. The frustration just from not having access to all of the apps and things that I wanted. I wanted to take Uber at one point, but because I had no internet service, I couldn't get Uber. So I had to take a cab, and you see how that turned out. So it was a scary day. It was a fun day, but I was proud of me day. You know, I really weathered the storm and got through it and remained safe and had some adventure at the same time. And but I do realize that it's a little more fun when you travel with family and friends to have another person to bounce ideas off of, and just accountability, just to have another person to be accountable for what's going on. So I did miss you guys, believe it or not. But all in all, my lessons learned is it was a good idea to bring my lock. So I'm going to lock up my backpack to make sure nobody was stealing off my bicycle or stealing if I sat down. That worked out really well. I brought this really cool stand for my camera, for my phone, to hold on to, so I was able to attach it to my bicycle with my GoPro. That's my GoPro. There, I was able to take some 360 pictures. I don't know what they're going to turn out like, but I'll let you guys know. Follow me on my blog. You can see the whole videos of me touring on bicycle throughout Paris. So that'll be great. And this just gripped around. These are just foldable, like a little starfish. And I had it in my backpack, and in my backpack was in the bicycle. And I just folded it nice and firmly so that the GoPro would never fall off. So that was really good. It was a good buy to buy this here. I was really proud of myself. So that was really good. I did have extra socks in my bag, and I had extra clothes just in case. It was a good day. It was a really good day. So when I got back to my apartment, I realized I didn't have any water, and so I went out one more time. Even though I said I wasn't going to go out at night, this was just a few steps outside the door. So I went and got some water, and I did get a bottle of wine, and I bought some some meats and some cheeses, and I'll have myself a little dinner here in the tiny house, about 200 square feet. The bottom floor is a bathroom, a little kitchenette, and a day bed, and the loft is just a mattress and a couple pillows, and I actually kind of like it. You know, the little bars on the loft kind of remind me of when I was a baby, kind of in a crib. Let me see if I can show you the crib up there. There it is. There's my crib. For those homies, it gives you a new meaning of what a crib is. But I slept really well, and I felt secure. And it was a nice little thing. I have one more day in Paris. Tomorrow I'll go to the Eiffel Tower. And then I'll catch a plane in the evening to head to London. So that's my day. I hope I haven't bored you already. These are my adventures as I travel the world and try to discover me. Thank you for joining. Like this video and give us comments and recommendations. You know I'm going to London, and I certainly want your recommendations. And we'll keep in touch. All right, remotetheodd.com. Thank you.